Well, hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to Life of Wonders. As you know, this is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So as we're approaching Halloween, I thought I would start sharing with all of you the Disney Designer Collection Midnight Masquerade series dolls that I haven't shared with you yet, and a lot of them are still in their boxes. So I have a few from the first series and a few from the second series, which include the Disney villains, and those would even be more appropriate for Halloween. And around that time, hopefully I'll have time, I'll show you all the designer villains that I do have as part of my collection, and probably I will throw in one or two from the 90s as well, such as the Evil Queen from Mattel, which is just an awesome piece of um, collector's doll. So anyway, I wanted to start a little bit light with Rapunzel right over here that I've had for quite some time, and I was just waiting for the right time. As you all know, my time is very limited, but I try to make the most out of the spare time that I have, and here we are. So this is the packaging, which to me it's probably one of the best boxes or box format from the previous few years, I believe, because this was bulky, and it is, but it can be displayed without the opening that was styled for, like, for example, the Ultimate Princess Celebration line, which had two flaps. Actually, by the way, yeah, for the second series with the villains, they introduced that reversed sort of like box. So this displaying bit is actually, like, I don't know, the shape is different. It's like if this was like that, and then there are two flaps that would open, but in order to display them, you would have to have the flaps open or take in the inner box, but then it wouldn't be as protected, because I don't know, it's just so crazy. I really don't like the last format. But this one is very cute and very pretty, and I love the cutout piece right here. That is a piece of art on its own. And so we have the design of the Rapunzel's mask for the Midnight Masquerade ball, which is very beautiful. I believe it's one of the biggest from this series one, and it has a lot of details as well that we'll explore. And again, the cutouts and everything is just like so dreamy and so cool. We can read Disney Designer Collection Midnight Masquerade series right over here. So as for now, there were only like 6 plus the D23, Aurora and Prince Philip, as well as I believe Tiana and Naveen, and then the villains. But obviously there are many more characters that have not been portrayed in such a style as for yet. Um, so I wish they will continue this series somewhere in the future, in which they could incorporate other characters. So anyway, if we turn it around, we can appreciate the back of it. So the cutout portion, it's easily dismantled by just taking it from one of the sides or sliding off. And then here we have this beautiful piece of artwork in which this doll was based, and this was produced by Steve Thompson, I believe, and it's beautiful, and it's very close to the actual doll that we're getting. And I know she's not as popular as the other dolls within this collection, but she's very pretty, and I'm really looking forward to explore her details up close with all of you. I mean, it's a bit simple, but then we have to take into account that Rapunzel style is a bit simple anyway. So, and we have how many? One, two, three, 4, 5 with these designer or limited edition 11 inches and a half dolls already. So there's some variety there, and The other two designer fairy tale excuse me, the other three designer fairy tale ones have a lot of embroidery and a lot of other details that would complement. But this one is very like, I don't know, it's very ethereal. That's how it looks to me, and I like it very much. So anyway, I will be reading out loud the description in English. At this time it was only given in English and French, and right now it's also incorporated in Spanish. Anyhow, the Disney Designer Collection is proud to introduce the Midnight Masquerade series, inspired by the magic of moonlight balls and the elegance of beloved Disney heroines. Designed by Disney Store artists, this doll comes with an intricately crafted mask that features iconic motifs. It will add a touch of exquisite glamour to any collection. So right now what I will be doing is I will be taking the outer cover so I can show you how she's displayed inside of the box as such, and then I will proceed with the rest of the unboxing. Alright, so here we can have a better look at how the doll is displayed inside of the box. It's so beautiful. As I was saying, I do love this format of the window that will allow us to actually appreciate the doll so much better than in the last collections, in my opinion, and it's just super beautiful, really. And then for her we also have a cutout of that swirly design that is 3D on the inside of the box, and then there's the adding of these flowers cut out over here, and then her chandelier has these floral design hanging down, or ivy, and I do love that very much. And as you can see, again, I mean, she's not a super over the top that is heavily heavily ornate dough, but I think it's just about enough for Rapunzel. I would have probably added like a flower crown or something like that for the hair, but other than that, it's just so beautiful. I love the design of the dress, I love the mask, and I love her. This is the only one, I believe, well, not the only one. The Ultimate Princess Celebration one also comes with rooted eyelashes, but from the designer, and the first designer, by the way, I think I was mistaken before. I didn't count it is the first designer from 2011 doll of Rapunzel. So there's 6 dolls at least, and this one comes with rooted eyelashes, and then both the designer fairy tale or folktale heroes and villains, and the one that came with, well, the first designer fairy tale, then the heroes and villains fairy tale, and then the folk tale. Neither of those, well, yes, one of them comes with rooted eyelashes, and I believe is the one with Mother Gothel. But the other two do not come with rooted eyelashes. But anyway, this one comes, and this is the previous mold or face coat for Rapunzel. Now it's been updated, but I think that the rooted eyelashes make her look so good, in my opinion, even though I wasn't all for this sculpt, but for this doll in particular, I love it. So anyway, this is how we can see her, and of course this can be lifted, and if we do that, we'll see. I'll try to do that with one hand. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Let me see. Maybe not, because it's very tight. Or maybe I can. But what I want to show you is that if we lift this, we can even have like a better, more like a wider expository window, because it will all be the acetate plastic that it protects the dolls so very well. That's why, once again, I love these boxes, because they're so much better than the other ones so far, or in the previous last year. So as you can see, if you take that then you can just see the doll from every single angle, and it's very nicely exposed. It's protected from dust, it's protected from everything in the environment basically, and it's just so beautiful. And you can stack or pile up the different boxes and create an expository station, if you will, if you don't have, once again, a place to do so, such as shelving space or a curio cabinet. So anyway, I will proceed to take her out of the box, and um, yeah, and we'll explore her details up close. Alright, so here we have our beautiful Rapunzel out of the box, and I'm really impressed by her. Like, seriously, I know that she's not as popular as the rest of the characters within the same series, but she's breathtaking. And I do have the rest of the designer Rapunzel dolls as part of my collection, so I can definitely um, yeah, recommend her for sure. Like, I just love everything about her. Like, I know that I prefer the new face sculpt, but this one might be my favorite version of the old one with the rooted eyelashes. Her hair is just so incredibly soft and beautiful. It's nylon, and it's just about the right length, so it just goes past her feet a little bit more, which I think is just more than enough. And then the I don't know, the screening is just on point. The way her hair is just loose, but then it keeps like the shape of it like being parted from one of the sides, and the color is just so perfect as well. And then the gown is more beautiful than what I was anticipating. I know it might feel like a bit simple, but then again, I do have Esmeralda, and I do have the gown of um what is the name of my goodness, Megara. And I can say that this might come out as a little bit more simple, but in reality it has more details, as Esmeralda has a lot of printed on details, and Megara is the same. I think she only has like embroidery around the collar area, and then the rest is like foil printed. um, so yeah, I know that those characters are not as accessible in general as Rapunzel, which is like everywhere. But I have to agree that this doll is very, very beautiful, and I also appreciate that they're um, giving us different shades of purple, different variations. Like I would say this is like an aubergine sort of like color, and all combined looks really beautiful. I particularly like the color area with all these flower details, and then the puffy sleeves, the way they're constructed, it's very beautiful. And these are two separate pieces, and then we have the dress portion of it that has three different layers, and the outer layer has this beautiful triangular pleated moment, in which they've incorporated embroidery details, including the magical flower, and then little yeah, fabric flowers as the very same yeah, the very same shape as the ones that we can find around the collar, but in different colors. And then they've also added these very pale pink rhinestones as well, and it's so beautiful. And the pattern actually goes all the way around her dress, so it does not stop from here. And then there's two more layers that are like sewn and held together with tea ties that I didn't want to take off as such. But the volume is just so amazing, and there's this inner layer that's satin in a very beautiful shade of purple, and then there's this little portion over here that's more like I would say organza type of material, and then there is this chiffon, I would say. I don't know, I mean, this yeah, I would say this is more like chiffon and this is more like organza. It's a little stiffer, but all in all combined, seriously, she looks so beautiful. And then she has this beautiful mask that she can hold. Obviously, the hair is very heavy, so even though she comes with this saddle stand, you might want to, yeah, to style it in such way that it wouldn't like um yeah, you know, draw too much weight from the hat in a way. And then the very same thing happens with the mask, but the mask is just beautiful. It has this dangling moment with three little chains going down, and it has, I don't know how many, but probably about 5 or 6 gems. And the silhouette of it is very beautiful. It's plated in gold, and I love it. I seriously love the way it looks. And yeah, so just in time for Halloween, I thought I would share it with all of you up close and in detail. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you, she comes with this paper that would give her more volume, and then the bend and snap knees, and these are the little like flats that are like um, actually on a pointy position, and they're like pearly lavender in color, and they have the detail of 2 ribbons, and I think they look pretty cool. And then again for Rapunzel, it's just like, I think I don't know, I think I prefer this Rapunzel in terms of she's more in tune with the character as the, or than the Ultimate Prison Celebration line, which I also very much liked. And I loved the face upgrade for that one, but then this is more like core Rapunzel in a way. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this review, and if so, well, don't forget to give me a like. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, I will be more than happy to get back to all of you. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you all very very soon. Bye bye.